Welcome everyone to Gotham City Central. I am Subject and I have Torgo with us. Torgo, are you ready to go
Oh,
into the asylum?
I'm ready to step foot into the asylum. Let's do it.
I'm gonna delete these. So we're starting a brand new save. The only thing I have done to this is I have installed a couple of mods to upscale the game, just because it is old.
Yeah, and we're not gonna play that other remaster, which I don't even think there's a PC version for Return to Arkham.
There isn't. So the only advantage, and this is kind of me being a gaming nerd, the only advantage that those remasters have over this is this still has the pre-rendered cutscenes, which are locked at 30 FPS, whereas the remasters
Yeah.
have native in-engine cutscenes, so they can scale to whatever frame rate the game is running at. Granted, those games are locked at 30 FPS on consoles for some reason, so it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But it is a slight advantage that I wish they had done for the PC version.
No, I didn't even know that. I do have the Return to Arkham versions on PS4, and like they play all right, but especially for this game, it just doesn't really have the same atmosphere. Like everything looks too bright.
Yeah. So while we're in the kind of opening here, let me ask you: did you play this when it came out, or did you play it later?
I played it later.
Okay.
Actually, I think Diddy was the first game I played in this series.
Okay. So I remember when this was coming out, I was super hyped. This is one of the only games I've ever bought like the collector's edition that comes with like a statue or something. And to this day, I have the Batarang from this.
Oh, awesome.
So let me ask you this next, because I had this when I first played this. When you first played this, and you may not have since you played it kind of backwards, City and then Asylum.
Yeah.
Did you think this was supposed to be in the DC like Batman the Animated Series continuity?
No. I mean, yeah, it has Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill, but like I kind of always saw it as its own thing.
Okay.
I know that you can kind of headcanon it to be like that, but then I don't know. There's a lot of things that would contradict it.
So that is a topic that I want to talk about as we go through it, because I am curious. Because I think you could say when it was just this game, I think there's an argument to be made that this is ambivalent enough it could have been in that universe, but by the time you get to Night, it's a completely different universe.
Well, by the time you get to City, it's different because Joker already has a death in the DCAU. In obviously they go into it in Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker, and then in at the end of City, he's dead. Spoilers for an old game.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about Beyond.
Yeah, I mean, if you just took the animated series, like these would probably work, at least the first two, as continuations of that. It's definitely a spiritual successor to the animated series, obviously,
Yeah.
with Paul Dini writing the story.
Well, and I wonder if that was kind of Dini's intention, is like that it won't, and at the end of the day, it won't end up being in my universe, but I want to leave it ambiguous enough that like it could fit.
Yeah.
Because you notice
I think
it doesn't really start to contradict that show until Dini leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you have Jason Todd in Arkham Knight, and
Tim Drake and
there was
Barbara
no Jason.
Gordon.
Yeah, and I mean there was no Jason Todd in the DCAU. They just took Tim and gave him Jason's personality.
Yeah.
I've seen some people say that this opening section is boring, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
So, I firmly disagree with them, but I have seen, especially lately, a large number of people who play games who have like no patience for setup. So like, this is boring because you're not punching someone.
Well, yeah, you're not punching someone, but it's like, it's setting up the plot, but also just like the atmosphere is so cool in this part.
Yeah, no, I remember when I got this game on the 360, I was just immediately like, whoa.
Yeah. No, and I mean, there's so many like little things in this game, like little details I keep noticing every time I go back to it.
This might be my favorite Joker design.
Whatever, just be quick. Only following procedure.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for me.
Seems to be in satisfactory condition.
Are you watching the stream, by the way? Does it look okay?
Probably in the last 2 hours.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Okay.
I'm watching it on YouTube.
Need to take my temperature?
But yeah, this is definitely up there for a Joker design for me. I usually think of this and the animated series.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and noticeably, this is the first time that Mark Hamill's allowed to go, I don't want to say like rated R gritty, but a little more adult.
Yeah. Yeah, because this game deals a little bit with more adult things in the animated series, which is already a show that was kind of pushing it for a kid show, but like they had more freedom in this.
Must have been one of the guards then. Croc, old boy, is that you?
Here's where we meet Croc.
How do you feel about this Croc design? Because this game is my introduction to Killer Croc.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it. This series has an interesting interpretation of Croc because it's kind of like somewhere between him just being a big crocodile monster and just but they just treat him like a guy with a skin condition, even though like he's this big hulking monster. But no, I'm fine with it.
A toy collar won't stop me from killing you.
I think this is probably the best design of the series. It also carries over onto City, but then Origins and Night change his design, and I don't think either designs are that great.
Origins is weird because it's kind of trying to go more, almost like a course correct, like, oh, he's more of a guy with a skin disease.
How come they let Batman pass?
Yeah, but then Night is like, nah, forget about that.
He's gonna get bigger.
He's gonna get bigger somehow. Give him more spikes.
I mean, don't you think it's
this is Asylum.
caused hundreds of my crew to be moved here?
It's the game that started it all.
I thought I told you to stay quiet.
Oh, Frankie, you really should learn to keep that fat mouth of yours shut. It'll get
I love
you
this
into
bat suit.
trouble.
Tell me something. You've never let
Yeah,
me
this
capture
is one of
season.
the like
What are you
definitive
really after?
bat
Nothing
suits
much.
for me. Just like
Hundreds dying
the
in pain and
brand
fear.
black.
All their meaningless lives brought
It just
to a
looks like,
horrifying
you know,
conclusion.
it's one of the things that
All
comes into my
thanks
head
to
when I think of
you and a
Batman.
book of matches.
Same.
Was that the
Well,
answer you
and
wanted?
I think my definitive bat suit is the closest I've ever seen is, besides, you know, like Miller, is the Justice League Batman, the animated series.
What's he doing?
Um,
Stay where you are.
Oh,
And
yeah.
this is very close to that.
Get a light on him.
Yeah, the ears are a little bit different, but it's kind of similar.
The ears are really, I think, a perfect length. Like, I don't want any bigger than that.
No, any bigger it gets a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, like I've seen some art where he has like, it looks like 10 feet long ears, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like some of the Nightfall covers have that, where he's just like got these giant ears.
Only 3? Be
Um,
sure to try harder
and I
next
don't
time.
usually I don't mind the shorter ears, but
Sorry, I accidentally hid the chat so I couldn't see if anyone was talking. I'm such a bad streamer.
Long night, Jim.
Joker invades City Hall. And
Now, this is a different Gordon, right?
The media, and
Now let's get this.
Oh, okay.
And this game, it's not like the guy from the animated series.
I apologize for this interruption to your regular entertainment. Up until a few seconds ago, I was
Oh,
making
what?
everyone
I
in the
just
room
got to the,
with fun cartoons.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on there.
You know how I do
Okay.
love a captive audience.
Well, okay, so Joker's taken over the asylum. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Sorry, but I don't know how to fix that.
Fresh from Blackgate Correctional
That is one of the downsides to older PC ports like this. They don't always play well with newer hardware. And I think that's part of why game preservation is so hard. Because it's hard to guarantee that older games will run on new hardware.
Hey, Robert's in the chat. How's it going, man?
Yo, what's up, Robert? Ah, damn it.
Something that City greatly improved on was the enemy designs, because you can see already they're recycling some of the thugs here.
Yeah, it's very 2009.
The system's jammed.
So I don't know if you have this, but I find a lot of the times in combat, if there's more than one enemy, it's pointless to try to go for an early takedown, because they will get up to you before you can finish.
Yeah, I don't usually do the ground takedowns that early.
The only voice actors in the animated series are Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Is Dorkin in this? I think they're strong.
No, it is Arlene Sorkin. The rest of the games, it's Tara Strong.
Weird. I have never noticed the difference. I'm going to be listening for it this time.
It is.
Yeah, no, if you listen for it this time, you can definitely hear it. I'm pretty sure that this is her last performance as Harley, at least that I can think of.
You know, instead of the Riddler trophies, they should have brought the Joker teeth.
Yeah, but the Joker teeth are annoying.
So are the Riddler trophies.
The Riddler trophies are annoying because, like, there's a billion of them.
Joker's been
But
busy.
the Joker teeth are just,
Guards
like,
never stood a chance.
annoying just because they're there.
All patients should take their medication.
Robert says it is the last time.
Each and every day.
I thought so, yeah, because obviously Tara Strong takes over for the rest of the games, and I don't know if she came back for anything else, but...
So remind me, because it's been a long time since I played them. They get a new voice actor for Gordon by night, don't they?
They get a new voice actor by City, I think.
Oh, weird.
Because he has like one line at the end of City, and I don't think it's the same voice actor as this guy.
Okay, I was gonna say, I don't remember him being in City that much.
No, he just shows up right at the end when Batman's carrying the Joker out of the city. And then Origins, it is a different voice actor in Origins, so every game actually has a different Gordon
Must have
voice.
gone this way. Door's jammed.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, at least with Origin, everyone in that is a different voice actor.
Yeah, most of the characters are different voice
Can you hear me?
actors.
I'm with Batman. Hello?
Where are they?
Back down there.
But in Night, it's actually
I look better alone.
it's Jonathan Banks, the guy that plays Mike in Breaking Bad.
Franklin, can you hear me?
You know, I think I knew
Yeah,
that.
Help's on the way.
Tom
Yeah,
Kane's
he's
voice
good.
Quincy Sharp, Amadeus Arkham, and Gordon. Gordon!
Yeah, Tom Kane, the guy who I mostly know from Clone Wars and other stuff.
So just to set clear expectations to the chat, I am not promising a 100% run. I am promising I will finish the campaign.
Commissioner Gordon is safe. Joker's not far ahead. I'll stay.
Alright,
We
let's
have-
bug subject to do all the Riddler trophies on stream.
I mean, it wouldn't be that bad in this one. It's City that's like, oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. There's also no other side missions in this one, I don't think. Yeah, Origins and Night have good Gordon portrayals. I think Jonathan Banks especially gives a really good performance in Night.
God, I am not used to not having any gadgets.
Oh yeah.
Is there a lore reason that Batman only brought batarangs? Is he stupid?
Do you have like this thing where whenever you replay the games, you have like the muscle memory of trying to do like the quick fire for one gadget, and then you're like, oh wait, I don't have it yet.
I have that bad with Asylum, because they add a bunch of little combat things in City that go forward through the rest of the franchise.
I see anyone.
Yeah.
So when I go back to City or Asylum, I'll press a button. It's like, that doesn't work.
Zaz is down, but not for
basically every time I go back to City, at the beginning you don't have the grapnel boost until you do that AR challenge. So I always like instinctively just like tap the button again, and then I realize, oh wait, I don't have that ability yet.
Okay, I hear it now.
Yeah.
I just spent 25 hours with Tara Strong's Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad. I can hear the difference.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, it's very different.
Oh, Tom Kane had to retire? That's sad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
one chance to surrender, Quinn.
He's a great voice actor. I tend to find Tara Strong's Harley kind of hit or miss. Like, I think she's fine in City. I think she's really annoying in Arkham Knight. Like, she just gets more squeaky for some reason.
Oracle, I'm here.
And what I've seen of Suicide Squad, I think she sounds okay.
She's pretty good in Suicide Squad. Like, I know everybody freaks out about the big Batman scene, but I think she delivers those lines really well.
Yeah,
so
it feels like she just finally got a handle on the character.
It only took her a decade.
I know him.
Yeah.
I go back and forth because I can never tell with her Harley, or just Harley in general, if it's the character's annoying, like her voice acting is just annoying, or if it's just because I don't like the character.
Yeah, I mean,
Batman, I'm patching you into the guard
I think how she's portrayed in this series is alright.
I think it's good in the first two because it is very classic Harley Quinn. Like, I hate like modern Harley Quinn where she's just Deadpool.
I don't mind modern Harley Quinn. It depends on how she's written.
Oh god, I can't even do multiple batarang throws. Do you think these games would have been nearly as successful if they didn't go back to the animated series cast?
I think they would have been successful for the gameplay, but there is something really special about getting the cast back for this. Like, it feels like an official Batman thing.
Well, and I was thinking about this because obviously Conroy came back and did some things in between Justice League and this, but I feel like this after animated series, of course, and that whole thing, this is kind of what cemented him as like, no, this is Batman.
Joker's been planning this.
Yeah,
maybe that's just because it reached
actually...
a new wave of fans at the time.
Oh yeah, no, I think this was a lot of people's first exposure to those actors as those characters.
Yeah.
But I played this game recently, and it was a little. It wasn't too surreal, but it was a little sad playing this now that both Kevin Conroy and Arlene Sorkin have passed.
No, yeah, it is. It's very It's very sad.
Believe he left me here.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm sad about Arlene Sorkinson outside of the fact that it's, you know, I'm assuming a very nice person has passed away. But I didn't have that attachment to her.
Original.
I just didn't have that attachment to her as Harley Quinn that I do Kevin Conroy's Batman.
For sure, yeah. I definitely had more of a detachment to Kevin as Batman, but it's like Arlene was the original Harley, so it's like there is something really sad about that.
Oh, for sure. I didn't realize that Starfire from Teen Titans voiced Harley in that.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't watched that show in a long time, so I forget what their Harley's like in the Batman.
Well, we just watched Assault on Arkham a year ago.
Yeah, and even then, like, well, and I guess that's this Harley. If that game is even still canon, or that movie is even still canon.
That game.
That movie based on the game.
So, just in a hypothetical sense, do you think it was a mistake to try to make it an Arkham trilogy?
Why? Because they had to like force it with Arkham Knight.
Yeah, well, even with Arkham City, like Arkham City ends up making sense, but why not just make it a Batman series? Like,
well, yeah. I mean, it gets a little awkward getting to the third game, and it's not an Arkham thing. Well, it's only like tangentially related to Arkham. But
the explanation for Arkham Knight's name is the most like, what are we doing?
It's because like he was tortured in Arkham, which people claim that you can find the spot where Jason Todd was tortured in this game, and I don't know if that's true.
I don't believe them.
I don't think they were thinking that far ahead.
They did not know. They did not know they were going to do City or Night at the time. Now, there is an Easter egg for Arkham City in this game.
Yes. Well, that's because they initially wanted to do a bigger open world game. So they always wanted to do Arkham City.
Come
on. But yeah, that is a really cool Easter egg. Yeah, Robert, that Dark Knight book that Paul Dini wrote is really good, and it has some good moments with Arlene Sorkin in there.
See ya, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep, see ya. So even the Arkham Origins title is a little bit forced.
It is very forced.
Because the story of that game has barely anything to do with Arkham outside of like.
And then just at the very end, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna make Arkham Asylum."
Yeah, there's like a thing at the very end where you hear Winston Sharp talking about wanting to reopen Arkham Asylum. And that's it.
Come on.
But then again, I also see the other side of it where it's like, what else are you gonna call these games? Like, it'd be weird if the last game of the series was just like Batman, I don't know, Batman versus Scarecrow or whatever. I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean is like, just going back, like post this game, is it a mistake to make the next one called Arkham City? Because then you're stuck with it.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, it would have been interesting to see what they would have called the second game.
So I'm really...
It's such like a natural progression from the first one, where it's like started in one location and then like it's a whole city.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that they weren't able to go full open world for this. Like, I like City, but this is such a brilliant
Quick, get in here before more of them come.
setting for a Batman game. Yeah, and I think City, I think the open world stuff of City is probably like the worst stuff for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean it's good, but I don't know. I like smaller, I like a more focused game.
That's fair, definitely. I think they were. I think City probably has one of the best open worlds that I've played.
Oh, I agree. Like, when I say it's my least favorite, it's still fucking awesome.
No, yeah. But I mean, there is something to the more like confined, claustrophobic feeling of this game.
Having a little trouble up there, Joker.
And it just makes it creepier too. Like, this game I don't think would be as disturbing if it was a giant open world.
Not for long.
Night's gonna be interesting to go back to when we get there. I don't think I've played that since it came out.
Yeah, I mean, for all the story problems I have with that game, I still find it really fun. I've been playing through it recently, and I've been having a good time with it.
I don't know if you saw, but Suicide Squad's release, like, has been the best thing for Arkham Knight's PC community. It's spiked in getting people playing.
But yeah, because it's the like classic thing of, oh, this current release in a franchise is bad. We misjudged the previous one.
Yeah. Well, and I do have to wonder if some of it is also just like at launch, the PC version of that game was unplayable.
That's right. Yeah, the PC version of Night was pretty bad from what I've heard. Oh, see, you are doing the Riddler trophies.
Joker's escaped.
No, if I see them.
He's got your father.
No, you gotta commit to it.
Okay, I know.
The only problem that I have with Night, or not Night, Origins, is it retroactively New 52's Batman, because that game is supposed to be 5 years before this, and you expect me to believe in 5 years he went through 2 Robins and Batgirl?
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that's like such a New 52 thing. It's like his entire history happened in 5 years.
Well, in retrospect, it also makes this Batman look really reckless. Like, what the fuck were you doing that you lost 2 sidekicks, 3 sidekicks?
Yeah.
Had your back broken, because I would have to assume Nightfall happened. But I also don't know if all of Nightfall happened, because it seems like they just took the big Nightfall moment.
Well, I don't... It's weird. I don't know if Nightfall actually happened in this universe. Because of the state that Bane's left in at the end of Origins. They made him like the less smart, like big dumb Bane that you see in these games.
Yeah, but doesn't Bane in this game mention having broken the bat before?
He does, which maybe at least the back breaking happened, but not the entire Nightfall saga.
Well, that's what I mean by just like the big iconic moment, because Nightfall Batman couldn't have happened because you don't know. And if I remember correctly, the city is the first time that he meets Azrael.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And it's not the same Azrael as Nightfall, but still.
Detective mode.
Bowles dropped his flask.
This is another thing that I think was really important for this game to be successful. It's not just a beat 'em up.
Oracle.
Yeah, no, it's like this in-depth, cool.
Although
like
the level of technology that this Batman has is insane. I am going to follow trails of alcohol in the air to find this person.
I do like that the other games kind of expanded on the detective stuff, because in this game it's just like scan this thing and then follow a trail, like the whole time.
Well, and it's even funnier when you get to like Origins and he has the rewind tech from Night. It's like, why didn't you have that in the asylum, Bruce?
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, it's that the series kind of has that where like Origins has some like functional improvements, but because it's a prequel,
It creates
it's
a whole
it
mess
looks
of like.
weird. Yeah.
B-Man, Mr. J doesn't want you following us just yet.
Do you wish that Harley was in her original costume?
Probably would have been better. Yeah. I mean, I prefer that costume in general.